Stop number 19 on the NNSCRA Hunt Brothers Pizza Truck Series brings us to Richmond International Raceway in Richmond, Virginia. As we are here today for 60 laps of action on this 3/4 mile racetrack. We had a great race at Bristol Motor Speedway, the last race on the tour. Now we hope for another good one here today at Richmond. On the pole for this race here today, it's Jessica Shelton, the number 4 Team ASC Ford. In fact, you got the ASC Fords hooked up together here. Dylan Young's on the inside of the second row. Outside of Shelton, by the way, is Nathan Hudson, who's one of the red-hot racers lately in this series here. He won the last race. He won that last race on the tour at Bristol. Second row sees Dylan Young in number 2. He's alongside Joshua Osborne in 98. Osborne is one of our 3 in-truck cameras in today's race, as does Kyle Matthews in the 52 AC Delco Chevrolet, who has the inside of the third row. He's flanked by Keith Badson. Next row down sees number 16, Charles Sanford, alongside number 43, Mike Becker. Next row down after that, we'll see number 25. It is Seth Cole in the Citgo Super Guard Dodge. And number 99, Levi McIntyre in the XI Bears SKF Ford. Next row down has number 21, Quentin Moore, who has our third in-truck camera, the Racing with Jesus Ford. He's alongside Scott Upton in number 81. Next row down, Henry Williams in number 1, and number 18, Stephen Colon. Next row down has number 44, Matt McIntyre. He's alongside number 06, Mitchell Collins. Next row down after that will be number 48, Paul Minnick, and number 3, Cole Deaver, sits alongside. Next row down sees number 87, Cassie Dent. She'll be alongside number 60, Daniel Bouchard. Then it's number 86. It is Ty Dent, and number 8, Matt Haas, sitting alongside. Next row down has Jesse Turner in number 80, the LCI Ford. He's alongside number 29, Johnny Gardner, the Team Mopar Dodge. Next row down has number 24, Nathan Ormond, and number 83, it is James Sykes, the winner at Daytona this season. Next row down has number 62, Roberto Crown Jr., and number 7, that is Logan Williams. Next row down after that would be number 49, Josh King, and number 38, it is Dexter Black. Next row, Sebastian Dent, number 19, and number 75, that is Zachary Fitzwater. Next row down after that would be number 17, Robbie Bogues, and number 88, truck of Zach Winkle. Then it's number 5, it is Phil Parker and Gene Sanford sitting alongside of him. Next row, and then starting shotgun will be number 30, Rob Evans, and number 50, it is Kat Batson. So the field's all set to go racing here today at Richmond International Raceway. 3/4 mile racetrack, 60 laps of racing. Around this racetrack, this is the second of 3 straight truck races we'll have under the lights as we go to South Boston next on the tour. A little 4/10 of a mile racetrack in South Boston, Virginia. Here comes the command to fire the engines here today.
Drivers, start your engine!
That's how to get something going right here. So the commands are giving the fire the engines as the pace truck leads the field off of pit road. For the pace lap, we'll be back for the start of the race right after this. And one driver already on pit road, not starting. That is Phil Parker, the number 5 DuPont Chevrolet. His truck failed to fire on the start of the race here as the pace truck led the field off pit road. Meantime, pace truck is already on pit road as the green flag's about to fly, and we are underway here at Richmond. Turn 2 is usually a trouble spot on this racetrack here. 3 wide racing. Seth Cole gets around Kyle Matthews, putting him up to another spot here. Jessica Shelton leads at number 1 of this race, and you got the ASC certified Fords up front. Shelton in the first, and the second, and number 2 truck of Dylan Young in second place here. And up to third is Joshua Osborne. Fourth position is Charles Sanford, and battling for 5th is Seth Cole alongside Nathan Hudson, who won the last race on the tour at Bristol Motor Speedway. Hudson was the winner also at the Springfield Dirt Track this season. Seth moves up to 5th spot now as Hudson tries to get by in the 6th truck here, who runs in 6th position right now. Quentin Moore in 7th. 8th position right now. Battling for 8th is Henry Williams along with Kyle Matthews in 52. And then up to 10th position is Paul Minnick in the 48 as he tries to get by Keith Batson. And the 11 truck of Cassie Dent trying to make a 3-1, trying to get by both those trucks as they go through turns 1 and 2. Batson up the high side here. Dent's down low in the 87 truck as she's gotten by Keith, and now she tries to had to back off a little bit right there off Minnick's truck as they come off the 4th turn. And she thinks the heck with following him. Now I'm going to try to follow Kyle Matthews in the 52 truck, and Kyle pulls back ahead of Minnick, and now suddenly Stephen Cologne in the 18 truck there as he is in the light blue and white Dodge. On the inside lane, he moves past Dent for another spot here, so that moves Cologne up to 11th position here. Dent down to 12th. Then Daniel Bouchard takes 13th away. That drops Batson down to 14th position at this point. As we now go back up to the front of the pack right here, as Jessica Shelton now tries to pull away from Dylan Young, and she is doing so okay at this point. As she jump inside with Joshua Osborne in number 98. As he's in 3rd position right now. It's been a kind of an up and down season for Osborne in this series, though, but he hopes to cap it all off here. Cap off the remaining 7 races we have. The remaining 7 races we have after this, with a little bit of something here. And he is closing up on Dylan Young right now. So you got 3 Fords up front right now in the top 3 spots, and you got a Chevy in 4th and a Dodge in 5th. Right now, as the front 3 trucks are all blue and white, and are all Fords. Albeit all 3 of them different teams, though, obviously. But anyway, excuse me. Osborne still trying to get around Dylan Young's truck here, the 98 and the 2 trucks as they go at it. The lead for Shelton right now is now 66 hundredths of a second, so she is pulling away a little bit right now, and we're still early on in this. We're early on though. We are coming up on 10 laps in the books and 50 to go here at Richmond, so plenty of racing left to go here as we are in the early stages of this race here in Richmond, Virginia. In fact, like I said, we have 2 short track races left on the tour. We actually got 1 short track race left in this 3 straight tour here, but 2 straight of them are in Virginia. As we mentioned, we're going to go to South Boston next on the tour, that little 0.4 mile racetrack in South Boston, Virginia, home of the Burton brothers. And after that race, will be on to one of the shortest tracks on the circuit to the biggest track on the circuit at Talladega for the last plate race of the season, and then another short track will be under the lights at Martinsville, which is after Talladega, and then on to North Wilkesboro. After that, then Phoenix. And it's after Wilkesboro, then after Phoenix, we'll be going to Five Flag Speedway, the home track of you-know-who, and the last race of the season will be at Homestead Miami Speedway. So that's the remainder of the season we got here on the schedule for the NNSCRA Hunt Brothers Pizza Truck Series. As we have races, as season's now running, is starting to round the far turn and head for home. In this race, in the battle, and also not to mention the battle of the for the championship in this series as well too. Moving a little bit further back in the field here, Keith Batson running right now in 12th position. He's moved up a couple more spots after falling back a bit. Daniel Bouchard's running 13th. 14th is Nathan Ormond in the field. And how about moving up, though, from dead last starting spot? Kat Batson started this race in 38th position. She is up to 15th already in 15 laps. And that Granger Ford running very strong right now here, as we are. Mitchell Combs in 16th position. 17th is Matt McIntyre. Levi McIntyre, no relation to Matt, runs in 18th. 19th is Sebastian Dent, matching his truck number. And Cole Deaver runs right now in 20th position as he gets past Logan Williams here as they go through turns 1 and 2. And now 43 truck of Mike Becker. And boy, they're 3 wide off that 4th turn here as Dexter Black tries to push Mike Becker up there. And something tells me something happened there to get all those trucks split up like that, but I don't know what else here. Phil Parker, of course, credited now with a did not start, though. You remember his truck sitting on pit road at the beginning of the race? Well, unfortunately for Phil, they never got the problem fixed, so he's credited with a DNS, a did not start. So that's going to be a big blow for Phil Parker. In the number 5 truck, Phil Parker was the winner this season at Pocono. As we watch the 62 truck of Roberto Crown Jr. Making his way through the field here, he and Josh King, and those 2 trucks have been surprising the last few races of the season there. You remember King and Crown both had a couple of good runs at Bristol the last race in the Tour, and they've been coming on lately. With those 2 trucks now, Josh King is trying to move up on one of the best, and Johnny Gardner in that 29 truck. Gardner won winner this season at Milwaukee. But Josh King had I think I want to say he recorded a top 10 at Bristol. He and Crown both, and so those 2 drivers have been very strong here. And in fact, those 2 also finished top 10 at Michigan a couple of races ago. So looks like those 2 trucks may have something here in the last few races of the season, and maybe looking on here and. Maybe looking on the better things here, possibly. 17 Robbie Bogues runs right now in 26th position. 27th is Zach Winkle. 28th is Logan Williams. He's not having a good run right now, and he's probably hoping for a little bit better. Rob Evans is 29th. 30th is Zachary Fitzwater. Then it's Ty Dent. Stephen Colon dropped back to 31st. Dropped to 32nd, excuse me. Then it's Matt Haas, Gene Sanford, Jesse Turner, James Sykes. And Scott Upton dropped to 37th position as Jessica Shelton has already caught up to him right now. Shelton trying to get around him. They put a lap truck in between her and 2nd place runner Dylan Young. She moves to the inside here. Young closed up a little bit though, 1.2 seconds here. And now Shelton gets around the 81 truck of Scott Upton, so that's going to put a truck between her and the leaders. So Scott Upton, the first truck to fall a lap down in this race here, as we continue to go through the field here. Dylan Young runs in 2nd place right now in truck number 2. So the ASC team looking pretty strong here so far. As we mentioned, they're not the same team they're driving for, actually, so just same sponsorship. Joshua Osborne is now who was dogging Dylan Young the last few laps ago. Well, he's under fire now from Charles Sanford in a 16 truck, as Sanford is now running in 4th position. Nathan Hudson's now has climbed up in the 5th position as he's gotten around Seth Cole, who's now dropped to 7th, as Quentin Moore's up to 6th place right now in the number 21 Eagle Jet racing with Jesus Ford. Riding with Quentin Moore in 6th place right now as he tries to catch Nathan Hudson in the 6th truck. Now it's looking from Quentin's truck now from Kyle Matthews' view. Matthews running right now in 9th position. And give a call that one truck up ahead of him, the Die Hard Chevrolet. That's Henry Williams is at the 8th place right now. Has something in the mouth here. Anyway, Henry Williams running in 8th position. He's the guy that gave us all a pretty good run at Charlotte. Who had a pretty good run at Charlotte early on in the season. And that one truck running strong right now in 8th place at this point here. Matthews in 9th. 10th is Paul Minnick in the 48 truck. Keith Batts now running moving up to 11th position here. Cassie Dent still in 12th. So nothing's changed right now among the front top few spots here. Matt McIntyre's up to 15th position, dropping Cat Batts into 16th. Levi McIntyre up to 17th. 18th right now is Mitchell Collins, and then it's Deaver in 19th, and Mike Becker running in 20th position at this point. So we go back to the leaders right now. Dylan Young now having a hard time trying to negotiate around the 81 of Scott Upton as they go through turns number 3 and 4. Nose to tail are those two Fords here. One's painted blue, white, and red, and the other painted black and purple. Off turn number 4 they come here. Dylan Young just taking a peek to the inside. Now he goes inside of the 81 truck. Says, "I'm sick of following you, Scott," and so he tries to move back by. Scott trying to fight back on the outside of the track here. Now he's going to be under fire from the duo of Joshua Osborne and Charles Sanford. So Dylan, who fell to 1.7 seconds the last time by, it's now 1.73 seconds here. So Jessica Shelton still pulling away from the field here. She is the leader right now still. She's led every lap so far from the pole position starting spot, averaging 126.723 miles per hour. The fastest lap of the race so far, set by that man there, Joshua Osborne, at 127.847 miles per hour, almost 128 miles an hour around this track. Plenty fast for the Truck Series, I will say that for sure. And we're already 36 laps in the books here, coming up on 37 right now. So we'll be down to 23 to go here at Richmond International Raceway as you watch Charles Sanford in 4th position right now in the Papa John Chevrolet, 3-timer this season so far. And 2 of which came on a short track at Colorado National Speedway, and also he also won. I also won an IRP this season as well too. Lucas Oil Raceway to be exact. That's what the name of that place is, but a lot of us still call it IRP. Sanford trying to hold off the challenges from the 16 of Nathan Hudson and the 21 of Quentin Moore as they come off turn number 4 here. Osborne's now caught up to the back of the 81 of Scott Upton. And now Joshua, just like we saw Jessica Shelton and Dylan Young both do, they both get around the 81. Scott Upton on the front stretch here, and the lead is now ballooned to 1.9 seconds now between the front 2 trucks right now as we continue as we're watching some interesting battles on the racetrack right now. No cautions so far here at Richmond at this point of the race here so far. We've been seeing some pretty good racing here. Of course, now some people say that's just thanks to largely due to the lap trucks, but. And now Quentin Moore just by Nathan Hudson getting caught up behind the 81 truck of Scott Upton that let Quentin Moore by for 5th position. Here comes Seth Cole in the 25 truck. He moves inside, gets past Upton, now tries to get past his buddy Nathan Hudson for position. That's for 7th. Excuse me, make that 6th, excuse me. Upton now moves inside here, close racing between those 2. 3 wide. You got a lap truck on the inside of the 2 lead lap trucks right there as Seth and Scott both close to each other here. Remember, the 81 truck is not on the lead lap. But running pretty good right now to where he can run with the leaders at least here. And Hudson still falling back as now Kyle Matthews has gotten by in the AC Delco Chevrolet as you again jump on board with Kyle Matthews. Running in 7th position right now. "16 laps to go." Kyle trying to figure a way around Seth Cole here in the number 25 Sitco Super Guard Dodge here as they go through turns number 3 and 4 here. Scott Upton now moves up the track here. Lets Seth Cole on by, and now Matthews. Whoa! He and Hudson saw that through the rearview mirror up there, right there. Hudson and Matthews about got together in turn number 4. So now Matthews is now caught behind the 81 truck here, and lap. I've often said lap traffic can be a nuisance to a lot of in a lot of the series here, but that's pretty much an example right there. They're all trying to get around the lap truck here, trying to keep racing for position, whatever they can, or to keep or to try to hold somebody else at bay. But as Matthews was trying to do with Hudson there, but Hudson had to run that for getting caught behind the 81 truck, and now Henry Williams tries to get by, and now here comes Minnick in the 48 truck, and they go 3 wide right there with the 81, this time on the outside of the track. And Williams and Minnick almost got together off turn number 2, and he loses that spot, and also loses the spot to Keith Batson. So move Batson at the 10th position now in the 28. Williams down to 11th in this race here, the Die Hard Chevrolet. Closing up on 10 laps to go this time by. Cassie Dent runs in 12th position still. Battle for 13th going on between Daniel Bouchard and Nathan Ormond. Bouchard in the 60 in the truck here runs in 13th. Ormond in 14th. And throw the McIntyres in there. Matt in the 44 and Levi in the 99. And here comes Ormond to the low side looking for 13th position. He moves inside of Bouchard. They're going to go side by side off turn number 4. Drag race between those two Chevrolet trucks here and give it to Bouchard by about a bumper. But then Ormond looks to the low side. And now Matt McIntyre, he got moved up the track by Levi. And now you got the Chevy side by side and also the Ford side by side as well too. And here they come off turn number 4 here. Hudson, or I should say not Hudson, Ormond takes position away, and Levi also takes now 14th away from Dana Bouchard. And there you see Dylan Young right there in second position. He is dropping back further and further from the field here. And to make matters worse for Dylan, he's got 2 lap trucks between he and the leader, Jessica Shelton, as the 86 of Ty Dent and the 8 of Matt Haas both go a lap down. Shelton looking pretty strong at this point here. She has got 6 laps remaining in this race here. And she has a very comfortable lead, 2.06 seconds between the front 2 trucks. So she knows she's got to keep it smooth, and she's been smooth as silk all night long in this race here so far too. And at number 4 truck. There's Dylan Young in second position there. Joshua Osborne trying to catch him for position. He's in 3rd position, trying to catch Young for 2nd place. Half a second separated those two. Actually, it was half a second. Now it's down to almost 6/10 of a second between the 2 and the 98 trucks. Four laps to go. 3 to go this time by here. Young trying to hold on here for position here as Osborne tries to catch up. Off turn number 4 they come here. 2 laps to go for Jessica Shelton as she's won the season at Martinsville. She also won at Sonoma this season as well too. And she's looking for her third win of the season as they go into turn number 3. Jess now moves inside of Jessie Turner in the number 80 truck. The white flag waves over truck number 4. 1 lap remaining here at Richmond. She started this race from the pole. She dominated happy hour this race here. That number 4 truck, as we mentioned, just absolutely flawless at this point during this race so far. And it's going to all pay off. She moves inside of Turner here. She kind of played a little bit of danger and through turn number 3, but it's not going to matter. Jessica Shelton wins here at Richmond. Checker flag waves. It is her third victory of the season. Dylan Young comes home second. Third will go to Joshua Osborne. Fourth to Nathan Hudson. Fifth to Quentin Moore. Then Seth Cole sixth. Seventh will go to Nathan Hudson. 8th to Kyle Matthews, 9th to Keith Batson, and 10th to Paul Minnick. Average speed 126.271. And Jessica Shelton dominates the night at Richmond, Virginia, as she takes the number 4 ASC certified Ford to victory lane from the pole to the podium and every lap led. What a drive she had tonight as well too. So give you the rest of the finishing order here in today's race here. Henry Williams with a solid day, finishing 11th. 12th place will go to Cassie Dent. 13th to Levi McIntyre. 14th will go to Nathan Orman. 15th to Matt McIntyre. Daniel Bouchard comes home in 16th position. 17th will go to Mitchell Collins. 18th to Kat Batson. After starting this race 38th, and she moves up 20 spots. I'll tell you, if she doesn't get the hard charge award in this race, I don't know who did. Cole Deaver comes home 19th. 20th will go to Sebastian Dent. 21st to Johnny Gardner. Excuse me. Mike Becker out of the race. Mike Becker credited out of the race with a brake problem. I don't know what the heck happened there. He finished every lap in this race. I don't know what happened there. Anyway, Becker is still credited with completed every lap this lap. I still say it's a finish. Anyway, Becker was 22nd. 23rd was Dexter Black. 24th, Josh King, Robbie Bogues, Logan Williams, Roberto Crown Jr., Rob Evans, Zach Winkle, and Gene Samper was the top 30. And then Stephen Colon, Zachary Fitzwater, James Sykes, and Jesse Turner was the last of the lead lap finishers. Three trucks finished a lap down. Ty Dent, Matt Haas, and Scott Upton, again, Phil Parker was credited with the DNS. Did not start because his truck failed to fire when the command was given to fire the engines. So, but nobody can catch Jessica Shelton here today at Richmond International Raceway. As we should mention, she started from the pole, led every lap, and dominates the night here today on her way to her third victory of the season as she takes the number 4 truck to victory lane. And so next race on the tour will be at South Boston Speedway in South Boston, Virginia. It'll be interesting race for those trucks as well too here. So for now, this is James Qualls. Has been a production of the NNSCRA, celebrating 10 years of offline racing at its best. We'll see you at South Boston.